Well, thank you, Bill, and thanks to all of you. Thanks so much for this really incredible award. I really appreciate it more than I can tell you. You know, I suppose senators get a lot of awards. I'm not always sure we deserve the awards that we get. And serving in the Senate, it's an important job. But what all of you folks are doing, what you have done, what the people in this room have been doing and continue to do, is in many ways more important. You're giving your time, your energy, your passion, your resources to a cause that's so worthy and so important and can have enormous impact on people's lives. So it's you who deserve the awards, and I thank you for what you do. It's been a great pleasure for me and my wife, Chris, to be with you this evening. Everybody has been so gracious and inviting and so very kind. But I have to confess that for a minute there, I wasn't sure I was in the right place. I saw as we were beginning my colleagues, Senator Murphy and Senator Blumenthal and Senator Stabenow and Senator Manchin. I felt like that time I had accidentally walked into the Democratic senator's lunchroom. But everybody's been so gracious. You know, throughout my time in Congress and in the Senate, most of my focus has been on economic issues. I focus on trying to encourage economic growth and job creation and opening markets, that sort of thing. The issues surrounding guns and mental health were really never my focus. And to the extent that gun votes have arisen, I have always taken the pro-Second Amendment side of that, and I remain, as Bill pointed out, I remain a strong supporter of gun ownership rights. The appalling tragedy at Sandy Hook was so stunning, so shockingly grotesque, that it opened a lot of people's eyes. And it opened my eyes, too. Chris and I have 3 school-age kids, and the idea of them suffering the way the kids did at Sandy Hook is just, it's unthinkable for us, as it is for any parent. So when the gun issue returned to Congress in the wake of Sandy Hook, I decided it was time for me to step out from my previously quiet position and instead to take a more vocal role. So together, with my great friend, Senator Joe Manchin from West Virginia, we put forward what we thought was a really common sense proposal. So here were these 2 guys who were serving in the Senate, had gotten elected at the same time, both had lifetime A ratings with the NRA, and still strongly believe in the Second Amendment. But our common sense proposition was this: there is indeed a constitutional right for law-abiding people to own guns. But there's no such right for violent criminals or for those whose mental incapacities make them a danger to society. So we put together our legislation, the Manchin-Toomey Amendment. It was pretty simple. It simply said that anyone who wants to purchase a gun, whether it's at a gun store or a gun show or through the internet, you need to go through an instantaneous criminal and mental health background check. And if you pass the background check, you get to buy the gun. And if you can't pass the background check, then you're exactly one of the people who shouldn't have a gun. As you all know, we narrowly lost that vote in the Senate, and I'm disappointed, and I'm still sorry that we did. I am convinced that more background checks will save lives. Now, it's true that more background checks won't stop every tragedy, but we know it'll stop some. We know that because the background checks we do today stop some of the tragedies that would otherwise occur. In my view, we can do more, and we have to do more. You know, since the controversy over the Manchin-Toomey legislation, I've been asked many, many times if I have any regrets about the effort. And usually the context of the question is about the political pushback that I got, and I will tell you, some of my best and longest supporters were furious with me for what I did. The misinformation about the nature of the legislation was so bad that we were swamped with many, many thousands of very irate phone calls and emails and other exchanges. But I will tell you, I have no doubt whatsoever that we did the right thing. And I'd do it again in a heartbeat. But I do have two regrets. The first is that we were not able to pass the legislation. I hope that one day we will. And on a personal note, my only regret really is that it took me so long to raise my voice on this very important issue. So thank you for this award tonight, but most of all, thank you for the very important work that you do.